All right. Hey guys, welcome to our Sunday night power plan. It is September 5th. I had to check my computer. I couldn't remember already. Before we dive into planning for our week, I want to make sure that you guys have all taken notice of the fact that there is a tag team promo happening right now. If you don't understand it, check with your upline and maybe their upline, so you find someone that can truly explain it to you. But the most important thing I want you to take away from what I'm going to say right now is do not assume that your customers or your team have even paid attention to the fact that there's a promo today and tomorrow. To me, one of the most important things you have on your task today and tomorrow is sending out text messages and messenger. Just, hey, did you see the Labor Day promo? Hey, did you see the Labor Day promo? Hey, did you see the Labor Day promo? Because again, it's Labor Day. People are off work. One of the last things people want to do on Labor Day is think about work. So a lot of them won't be checking their emails, especially if it's work related. So just put that on your to-do list to make sure you are connecting and just, hey, did you see it? Hey, did you see it? Some people will say, yes, I don't understand it. Yes, I don't need anything. No, I had no idea. Like whatever the answer is, but either way, you're getting that conversation started. I think a lot of people just assume, we all woke up this morning and we were like, is there a promo? Your customers did not wake up that way. Some of them probably woke up hungover today, to be honest with you. And some of them might be drunk right now because that's what people do on holiday weekends. So don't take for granted. Make sure that you put that as your top priority tonight and tomorrow to contact people and just, did you see the promo? Can I get you the details? Whatever wording is correct for you. But that is the one thing I want to make sure you guys take away from tonight is never, ever, ever assume that your team or your customers have seen promos because they don't always care about them as much as we do. Okay, so diving into the week ahead, today would have been an auto ship day, but it ran on the 3rd. So hopefully you guys were all prepared for that. We do have an auto ship coming up this Friday. So you're going to want to make sure you have your calendar marked for the 10th for an auto ship. And we'll go through that here in a minute. I want to encourage you guys. I don't know, we're all from different teams. Some people do the calendar challenge. Some people do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a million names for all the things you can do. I want to encourage you to have a master list of what you do. So we actually took some time at a leader retreat a couple weeks ago to make a master list. And I've just had this bad boy and it's on the wall next to me on this little magnet. And you can do what works for you. If you make a master list and you want to make copies of it, if you want to put it on your computer, whatever you want to do, but I encourage you to have a master list of your IPAs that you do every day, because I think when you're new, and by the way, if you're on here and you're new, ask about the calendar challenge or the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That to me is where someone should start. But I'm looking at faces who are on here on a Sunday night on a holiday weekend. So clearly you want to build your business. So I want to encourage you to make your own list of daily IPAs. I'll read mine for you real quick here in a minute, just to kind of give you an idea. And then in addition to daily IPAs, I have weekly IPAs because that's just the way my brain works. Like some things you don't do every day, but I want to make sure I do weekly. So just real quick to give you an idea, my daily IPAs are 30 minutes of meditation /mindset /I am. So it's whatever you guys want to call it. 30 reach outs and messenger, 20 conscious comments, 10 new friends /followers. So that could be Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Snap, wherever you guys are on social media. 3 to 5 social media stories a day, 1 to 3 social media posts a day, 1 customer group post a day, and 1 dream team. That's my team page. 1 post in my team page a day. I hear a lot from leaders. I don't have anything to share with my team, or my team gets, you posted the promo in your team, so my team doesn't need it. Your team needs to hear from you. So I don't care if you share a funny story. I don't share if you, can you share, can you post a pic of your list? Well, that was really hard there for a minute to read. I don't know. Yes, I can share a pic. Yes, I can do that. Post a pic is hard for me for some reason. Okay. So if you have a team page and it's not real active or whatever, make it active. Sometimes you have to be the voice. Like that's all there is to it. Sometimes you just have to start putting your personality in there, and you have to get the questions started and you have to get the vibe going. Eventually your team page is going to be so big and so busy that it's just going to have its own, its own vibe comes out of it. But if you're early on in the team page, don't always rely on other leaders. Like I did a live in my team page today, and not everyone that's in my downline is in my team page. I have levels 3s, 4s, and 5s that have their own team page. And so I said at the end of my live, make your own version of this live and put it in your team page. Don't always rely on someone else to do the talking for you. Why? Because number one, not everybody may be on that uplines page. Like if I find something really awesome on Maria's team page, I know for a fact, not everyone on my team, or yeah, for my downline on is on Maria's. You guys have to understand, Maria is, I don't even know, like Brittany is our next closest 200K. And I think we're like her level, I don't know, 12 or something crazy like that. So we're way down there. So people aren't added to that page. So I have to take what I see and reiterate it and put it into my words for my team. And so I want to encourage you guys to do that for yourself too, for your own team. And maybe you don't have a team page yet, maybe you have a team chat, use it, build your community. Everyone gets so excited about all these people who stand on stage and they talk about their community and they talk about leader retreats and they have dinners together and all these great pictures together. That's because they build a community. So that is your opportunity to build a community. So make sure that you're doing that. I don't know, that was just one IPA that I went off tangent. And then below all that, I have my daily follow-ups, my group chats, my birthdays. So and groups. So like Facebook groups, like to go in and make, when I say groups, that's what I mean. So the follow-ups, that's going to be a different number for me every day, because sometimes I have more, sometimes I have less. Group chat, same thing. Sometimes I get put in a bunch all of a sudden one day. Sometimes I'm like crickets from the team, you just never know. So those things don't have like a number associated to them, but everything else above that, I definitely had a number of like a goal that I'm going after. Now my weekly IPAs are this power planning Zoom. I have a Zoom with my team every week. I have on here, I have opportunity post/story. So maybe I share something as a post about the opportunity, or maybe I talk about the opportunity in my story. And then I have what I call a black leg promo that I like to run at least once or twice a month. And so if you don't know what black leg means, that's the team under your downline that maybe needs boosted a little bit more than somebody else. And again, these are things that you know to do. Like we all know to do these, but there are me personally, I need a checklist. I need this goal sheet right here next to my computer to remind me what I have and haven't done for the day. And even something as simple as like running a promo for a team on a day like today, that gets confusing because it's a Sunday and we have a promo through Monday. And I usually do my black leg promos on Tuesday. So I've got to make sure I stay on track of that. And for me, having a master list is the way to go. You'll see habit trackers. Oh, there's something else that people use. They call it, I don't care what you call it, basically is what I'm saying. Just have the master list that you use and know that this will ebb and flow. As your business changes, this list will change. This was not my list 6 months ago. This was for sure not my list 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I found a little post from Susan Kaufman, who was Susan Miller at the time. And it was this little square graphic called the calendar challenge. And I remember being like, that's a to-do list. I like to-do lists. I printed it out. I put it in my calendar and that's what I used. That's all I had. So, that's all you got to do is make sure you have something that you're following, because that will keep you on board. Okay. So now that I've gone through that, does anybody have any questions about a master list or any of the IPAs that I rattled off? Are you like, what the heck does that mean? A conscious comment. I still have that original. Yes. See, I do too. It's in this 2015 calendar that I keep right here next to me all the time. This was the very first, where's that? Very first year I was a promoter. Look at all that paperwork in there. I have lots of other ones, but this is the one I keep right next to me at my desk. All right. So we're going to log into the cloud. We're going to do our rate of run for the kickoff for the month. Now, last Sunday, we laid out our goals for rate of run. And now that we have 5 days under our belt, half of a promo and an auto ship, we're actually going to start doing our rate of run. So you're going to get logged into the cloud. I say it, but it's not happening. Here we go. All right. That pop-up is going to get you. So just click out of that pop-up. Go on that very first page, that main page you're on. You're going to scroll down to where you see my business dashboard and business snapshot. Click on the arrow next to business snapshot. And then look down under qualifications to where it says current QV. That is the dollar amount that you and everybody that is signed up under you, whether it's a promoter or a customer, that dollar amount is being generated by them. So we're going to take that dollar amount. Where'd mine go? Need my reading glasses. And we're going to divide it by 5 because today is the 5th day. You are now looking at a new smaller number. That is on average what you and your team have done every day. So take that number your new smaller number, and you're going to multiply it by 30 because September has 30 days. So the new dollar amount you're looking at is what you are on track to hit. And mine's too low for my liking. So only you know what that number shows you. You're either like, hot damn, I am looking great for the month, or you're like, holy smokes, I got to get jiggy. Typically this early in the month, you should all be feeling like you need to get jiggy. I would hope. But I just love Rate of Run because it gives you an actual goal. I discovered I discovered a year ago that myself and a lot of people were stopping themselves short because they might have been at $18,000 for the month, but that wasn't 40K. And so in their mind, they weren't doing great. They had too far to go. They suck, blah, blah, all the things, right? All the negative things were swirling in their head. Whereas when you can look at your rate of run, if your rate of run is showing you that you should end the month at $18,000, now you know what number you want to beat. Go for 18.5, go for 19, go for 20. It doesn't matter if it's a rank or not. Build your business every single month. I do not know a single business that's like, oh, good, we did $2,000 this month. I hope we do that next month. No, it's not how it works. You've got to keep building your business. It's not to say you're not going to have good months and bad months. I mean, that's life, that's sales, that's how that works. But your goal needs to be set on a higher number. So whatever number you just pulled up, take that number and add something to it. I'm going to add a lot to that number that just showed up for me. But take that number and that's going to be your goal. And every Sunday we're going to go through it. You're going to see that number change. It'll ebb and flow. But it'll clue you in if you're doing what needs to be done. Like I can tell you right now, when I pulled my list down for today, I don't know exactly where I've been the last 48 to 72 hours, but my master list is a heck of a lot more impressive than my activity list. I will tell you that. So when I look at that number and it's low, I know people are like, oh, that's my team. No, honey, you are the leader of the team. The speed of the team is the speed of the leader. So I just said my number's low. I didn't say my team's number's low. My number's low. And I know why, because my master list, like I said, looked prettier than my actual list. So that to me, Rate of Run is how you keep track of yourself. You can really see if you're doing what you need to be doing. Like I don't mind laying my head down at the end of the month and not having reached a goal if I know I did everything necessary to get there. But if I can look in the mirror and be like, you didn't do everything you needed to do, I don't like that. So that's why I love Rate of Run, and that's why I love my master list. Okay, so let's talk about our customers so we can get planned out for the week. So we have an auto ship on the 10th. So you're going to get logged back into the cloud if you got logged out. If not, you're right where you belong. This time you're going to go to the menu and you're going to go to the My Team button to My Customers. At the very top where you see customer number, customer name, you're going to scroll all the way to the right till it says Next Auto Ship. You're going to click that box twice and it'll populate everything for you by auto ship date. So you're going to look for anybody that has 9/10. And I think while we're here, we should just also start looking for people with 9/15 because that's a week and a half away. So those people, those names need to go down on your calendar for your reach outs first thing tomorrow or Tuesday. And the reason I kind of say that is because one person I know is on vacation and they don't come back to the real world until Monday night. So I'm going to put him on Tuesday because I don't want to, get lost in his messages. But those are the people that you need to make contact with this week. You guys, you have the perfect excuse to reach out to somebody. What'd you do this weekend? Or I saw what you did this weekend. Where was that at? Was that fun? Did you make reservations? How did you do that? How many people? Blah, blah, blah. Whatever question you can come up with. You have the perfect excuse to reach out to someone, ask them what's going on. How is it going? The guy that's on vacation, I'm really excited to talk to about how his vacation went because he's only in his 3rd week of Thrive. So that's why he has an auto ship coming up on the 15th. So I really want to talk to him. Did he pack it? Have you guys ever had that? Somebody goes on vacation, a new Thriver, and they're like, oh, I didn't take it. Why would you not take your Thrive on vacation? They're like, oh, I didn't think I could drink. I didn't think I could blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to waste it. That's my favorite. I didn't want to waste it on vacation. I'm like, so you wasted your vacation feeling like crap? So anyway, you've got something personal to talk to with your auto ship customer. And then that will lead into, hey, by the way, you're eligible for your auto ship on the 10th or the 15th, whatever day you're pulling them from. Do you want to go ahead and stick with that flavor? Or you mentioned that you're still struggling a little bit with, I don't know, joint discomfort. Do you want to add move gel, or do you want to try a different DFT? Like whatever, the conversation will go wherever. And remember, you guys, when you do this, and I don't know that I talk about this enough, when you do these follow-ups with your auto shippers, if you're having that conversation with them about vacation or whatever, and they start saying stuff like, yeah, I'm not sleeping as much as I want, or I'm still having joint discomfort, pull them back into their group chat. You don't have to do this part by yourself. Please, and actually don't do this part by yourself. Even if you know what you're doing, pull in that third party. Let someone else say, oh yeah, I kind of have the same thing. It just really took me till my 6th or 8th week. Maybe you should just, you're new. Let's just stick with what you're doing. Or somebody might say, you know what, I had the exact same thing and Move Gel was the best thing. And I don't know what's going to happen from your third party validation, but I can tell you whatever comes from a third party will stick a whole lot better than whatever you say. So when you're doing the follow-ups, obviously at that point, they're a thriver, you can have that conversation. But when something comes up like that, pull them back into a group chat. And if they've never been in a group chat at that, maybe it was like the easiest customer in the world and they've never been in a group chat, but now they have a problem, put them in a group chat now. And honestly, to me, that's even easier. Like, hey, Sandra, this is my friend, Shantae. She's been thriving now for 3 weeks with me. She's struggling with some issues and I know you're the right person to help us with this issue. Like pull someone else in. The best way to think about that is step out of the way so your customer can get where they need to go. When we're always trying to be right, we're trying to be the smartest person and tell them all the things, like that's going to slow them down. So step out of the way, let somebody else come in. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So this is the part where I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm going to encourage you to follow a YouTube video that I watched the other day. And now I'm totally blanking. What is her name? Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to find it. I put it in the dream team page for my team, but I should have put it in for everybody. You're all Lindsay Coggin. Hello. I know I knew her name. It was from 9/2. So this is just a few days ago. I was encouraged to watch that video because I've listened to Lindsay before. If any of you caught her on the corporate, I think it was a call, maybe it was a corporate Zoom, I can't remember. She talked a lot about her IPAs. So I really kind of felt like I knew her. Like I was like, I know her IPAs. Oh, I can do this too. No, she goes into a lot of detail in the IPAs about what she's doing. So when you hear us say things like do your 3, 2, 1s, she actually talks in this YouTube about how to go find those people. Not just, so we've talked about searching for people, doing hashtags for different types of people or people that are into have different interests before. She actually talks about going into your stories, scrolling to the very bottom of the list to see who's been watching your stories, but you don't interact with them. You can do that in Facebook or Instagram. And then she also talks about sorting your friends or followers on Instagram, finding the ones that you have no connection to. And I will tell you, I first of all, I forgot how long I've had Instagram. Like totally, I don't know, it still seems new for some reason. So when I went in and I sorted my contacts in Instagram by least active, you guys, there were people in there that I followed or they followed me. And so I followed them back like 4 or 5 years ago. They've never made a post. They've never done anything. So I unfollowed those people because that's slowing me down and that's making me look like I'm following more people than are following me. And that's not what you want. So anyway, I'm going to encourage you to watch that, but I want you to think about that when you're looking. So again, how I talked about your master list for your IPAs, how they're going to change. So mine's going to change now that I've listened to some of that. Like I need to, where I'm saying add 10 new friends. I also need to say, go through, I don't know how I should call that. Go through followers list and delete. Like you're going to have, like there were actually some friends on Facebook, God rest their soul, that had passed their accounts. Obviously nothing's happening. And then there were some people who just, I don't know where they went. Their little face was gray. Nothing was on their page. They I guess got off of Facebook forever. So I unfriended them too. So you want to keep refreshing that. And I know we talked before, like on birthday reach outs, when that birthday pops up, that's a great time. Like if somebody's birthday pops up and you're like, oh, that's a thriver from Virginia that I met in Vegas on a trip. I don't need to be friends with her. That's a great time to unfriend somebody in the moment because they're fresh on your mind. But sometimes you just need to go through your list. You just need to go through your list. That's it. I know sometimes it's hard to think that way, but social media for us as network marketers is our business. So as much as I said, that's great. Crawl in bed at night and scroll through and laugh and giggle and whatever. Like when you are sitting at your computer or sitting with your phone and you are doing this for your job, you got to it's like cutthroat. Either either you're a non-thriver and you're a possible person for me, so I'm keeping you, or you're a thriver and I don't need to keep that connection right now. So think about that when you're going through your list of stuff also. I feel like, I mean, I'm looking at my calendar, unless I'm missing, am I missing an important date of any kind? I know we have the 10th and the 15th coming up. We've already done our first authorship. We've already done free credits. And I think that's it. So I will, yeah.
If you're local, we have our Thrive Local this Thursday.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sandra D. Yeah. So, and I'm going to brag on you for a minute. So just blush away. So I've been doing a local every month for, I don't know, forever until COVID hit. And then we dealt with all that. And then we're back to doing monthly locals. And I had a topic at a leader retreat that Sandra was at. It was called Fire Your Upline. And let me tell you, when she came back from that retreat, she fired me. She went, she booked the place. She did the graphic. It's been amazing. And I'm so proud of her and I'm so excited. So yes, locally, Cincinnati/Dayton, obviously Lebanon, we have a Thrive Local coming up on Thursday, the 9th. So make sure that's on the Lavelle fan page. So keep this in mind for those of you that are not, like, you're like, why is she talking about that? I live in, Utah. Do you have any Thrivers here? Do you have any friends or family here that might be interested? You could say, hey, that thing I'm always talking about, or that thing you asked me about, these ladies are going to be together. They're going to share all about it. You should go. Like, we've actually had, it's so funny. Sometimes we have locals and it's just us. And then sometimes we have locals and we're all looking around like, does anybody know who those 3 people are? And they've driven 4 hours to come sit in this local. So you just never know. So make sure you're sharing those things when you see them, if it's close to you or if it's close to someone you know that is a potential thriver. So, okay, that's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope you have a great rest of your holiday weekend. I will upload this on the YouTube. I will, Shantae, somehow I'm going to put a picture of my task list, and then I will, I guess, just in every team where I shared this, I'll also put that YouTube link. But remember, it's Lindsay Coggin and it's 9/2/21. It's the one she just did. I want to encourage you to listen to that one. It's pretty detailed though. I will tell you, that's one of those where I've already listened to it, I think 2 or 3 times. It's pretty detailed. But I love that kind of stuff. So like the first time I listened to it, I was driving. The second time I was literally sitting at my desk, listening to it, writing stuff down. And then the third time I just kind of followed back up to make sure I heard it right. So study this business. So many people think that they took one Zoom or they did a call one time and they've got it. Study this business. It's forever changing. And we just have some amazing people that just put on YouTube all the stuff they do that works for them. So make sure you're studying that. So anyway, have a great night. Bye.